Hi friends, it's Velvet. Today I am going to put the finishing touches on this journal that we've been working on. As you know, I sewed in the third and final signature. I've put the twine in each of the tags. I decided on the inside on the inside covers, I would do something different. So what this is napkins covered in glue that I had done a while ago. So if you haven't already tried this, it's really cool. I use a bag from cereal boxes, and you clean it off and spread it all out. You know, you take it apart so that it, sits like this. Let's say it's this big. So you thin down some PVA glue, just white glue, Elmer's glue, whatever. Thin it way down, and you cover your bag with one layer of that. Then you cover that layer with one ply of your pretty napkin, and you kind of, tap it down a little bit. I happen to like the wrinkles, but if you don't like the wrinkles, you have to be a little bit more careful. Anyway, once you get that down, you put another thin layer of the PVA glue on top so that it covers the whole thing. And then what I usually do is I go around the whole thing with my fingernail and kind of just edge up the sides so they'll be easy to peel off. Once it's dry, you peel it off, and it creates this texture. So it feels almost plastic. So what I ended up doing is I took apart one big napkin. This is actually the left side of the napkin. You can see where it would, go there. But I thought this would look better on the inside cover. So I used my Fabri-Tac glue to tack this down, and then I used a whole bunch of clips overnight. So that was done. And then today I was determined to find my piano. Oh, excuse me. I'm tired. My piano roll paper, and I did. It was peeking out at me in plain sight. So what I did was I cut off a couple of pieces and folded them and tucked them into the front and back here. So you could do, if you want to try this look, you could do just a couple of book pages. You could do some coffee dyed paper, wallpaper samples, anything your heart desires, you can do that. So now I have to decorate the front. Because this is such a gator mouth book, I thought maybe I would try to do it this way. At least that would give me a start. I had already pulled out a bunch of things that I thought I'd use, but while I was looking for the piano paper, I came across these little things that I had forgotten about. Oh my god, I can't stop yawning. I am so sorry. Coffee dyed doily, some twine, and thread. So, and then the other thing is, I had wanted to use this, so I just sewed around the edge last night, and I thought maybe I could put it on kind of sideways like that. Or, kitty corner, so that it doesn't stick too far out. So that is what I'm going to put down first, because I don't want to forget to put it down, and I don't want to change my mind. So that's what I'm doing. I'm using Fabri-Tac. You could probably use a hot glue gun. Since this is fabric, I think it'll hold very well, provided the Fabri-Tac comes out of the bottle. I always do on the stitching, and I do that because if a stitch pulls, then the glue on the back will kind of keep it from running. I don't really think there's going to be an issue with that. All right. Let's get this down and close that up. Keep it at an angle so it continues to down. And there we go. And then I left all my clips out so that I could clip the top. I actually like these because they go on further. So that's that. I do also have this clip, quilting clip, which is 3 inches long. That's one of the clips I used to keep on this last night. I had to lift it carefully though because the glue off the top of this, like if it gets wet or anything, it'll stick to stuff. So yeah. The other thing I did was I sewed around this for some interest. I kind of wish I had left this open. Guess what? It's not too late to do that. And it looks kind of cool, doesn't it? So what I want to do is just kind of peek a little bit of glue in here just for some added strength. And I love when the strings hang off. That's why I don't generally cut them short when I'm sewing. Okay. And now what we could do is go like this. I don't think it's going to fit there, but we may be able to. Yeah, let's try that. Clip as high as we can. Then I've got all of these things. I'm going to forgo that, but I do love this. And because there is some black in the fabric and throughout the journal, I thought that might work nicely. I have to figure out what I want to do with this. I wonder if I should have gone under it. Or just have it peeking out here. Yeah, that's what I can do. My intent today is to finish this completely. So I'm going to, once I get everything down on here, I am going to find my closure and set this aside so that I don't feel like I need to add anything else to it. Because you can just pile layer upon layer upon layer, right? And sometimes we do, don't we? I think I'm gonna not do that one. But this one could be fun. And I could stick it here. I know I wanted to use the number. Oh, I got a little glue coming out here. That's okay. Got a lot of sewing going on, so maybe I should not use this. But I could use part of this doily, couldn't I? So I keep forgetting I'm going off screen. I have the video at 1x magnification so that you can actually see what I'm doing. That can go right there if we want to. Oh, look, there's a 3 on there. Was it meant to be? And we can go like that. Oh, I definitely wanted to use one of these. Let's see. I actually bought these before I knew that I could stamp. There's a perfect one. Journaling. Before I knew I could stamp and or print on fabric. But that's okay. This was well worth it. They're perfect. They're absolutely perfect. And way more perfect than I could have done. So I am going to glue this down. Oh, now here's the problem with this. That glue could come through very easily. And I want to make sure that this outside stuff is glued nicely. So I switched to my art glitter glue. So I wanted to let you know that we finally found the problem with our electrical in our basement. And it's a darn good thing we did, because we very easily could have had a second house fire. I have to say, and I'm not going to say the contractor's name, our contractor after our fire basically sucked. You know, it happens, right? But he was hiring people that they may have had a lot of experience, but they weren't the best at what they do. And after someone has a house fire, you kind of want to get, you know, get the best that you can get, right? So I wish I had it down here, but the plug that's closest to my desk here that I plug everything into, had all of the wires had burned out, and fortunately it triggered everything else to go out and triggered us finding the problem. But that's pretty darn scary, that we very easily could have had a house fire in the same place. This is where it started, was right here, in the same place that our first house fire was 6 years ago. Scary, scary, scary. So we got it fixed. We have a dear friend who does a lot of contracting work. And we had already bought a new plug there for there. I'd gone and got that last week. And he was here. We had a picnic the other day, and he was here, and they went down and they found the problem and fixed it. But boy, am I mad and scared, and more than a little triggered. So, you know, that wasn't a fun discovery, but we do finally have it fixed, and I'm very, very pleased that we do. All right, I'm gonna go like this so that I know that this is kind of straight here. But I am gonna go do it back this way, because I want this to sit as flat as possible so that it will glue nicely. I can't get the other side down, but that's okay. And then of course I gotta put this on there. I'm just trying to fray it a little bit more. I love frayed stuff. I have a couple pairs of jeans where the ends are frayed, and I love that. All right, so I think, where am I going to put this word journaling? Figure it out when I get there. Hopefully I'm in frame, so you can see everything that I'm doing. Journaling should go in here. Maybe not, but I like it. It seems like an appropriate place. Do we want to build this up anymore? Sure. Sure. Whoops. That could be all of the... Oops. Oh, I've got stuff everywhere. And I did not use the stuff that now has a ton of glue on it. My net, my... oh my gosh, words are failing me today. I did not use, oh, you know, that your sliding glass door thing, the net mesh stuff on there. I did not use that, and that's okay. That's not going to be long enough. This might reach, and yet it's not going to, so... Whoops, losing my glue. All right, let me just see if I like the way that turned out. I do. I really do. I kind of feel like it doesn't need this 3 though. And it's not too late to change my mind about that. I do wonder if I could put just a little tiny bit of this on. Even if it's just this little tiny square. It's just to add some of that black and a little more texture. And interest. I'm going to tuck it under here because it does have a tendency to remain sticky. We did use it to fix our screen door. Screen, I can't believe I couldn't think of that word. We used it to fix our screen door upstairs, so. I didn't put any of that twine and stuff on here. Is there a spot that I could put that, I wonder? All right. It's sticky. Could probably put it like right there, right? A little bit of that. I'm going to cut this because it's sticking out. Not crazy about that. All right, so I think this is all dry, but I think I'm going to go like this. Let's get it all sticky and stick that under the bird's wing. There we go. There. Okay. That seems to have stuck pretty well. So let's just see what we've got. This is what we've got. Yeah, I'll show you kind of close too. So that long piece is just something I did a while ago. I just cut a collage background into a strip and then just collaged over top of it. So that's that. Now, I had intended to put one of my beads on the spine, and I think I'm still going to because the colors work with it. I just have to figure out which one. I don't want anything that's going to be annoyingly big. But I do like that. It doesn't want to stay. I do like that. But maybe I will go with this one that's a little bit more brown than orange. So what I'll need to do is I'll need to punch my hole in here and put an eyelet in there and then tie this on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause you. I'm going to do my finishing details and I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. And here is the finished product. I grabbed some sari silk and I wrapped it around 3 times and pulled it somewhat tight. Not tight enough to wreck anything, but tight enough to get it closed comfortably. And then I attached this using my, what is this called? Crocodile or something? Whatever it is. I punched the hole, put the eyelet in, and then I sewed that in there. So it's just, you know, something small, but, you know, just some added interest. So there it is. I never decorate the back cover. I figure if the recipient wants to, they can. And if not, it just stays like that, and that's pretty, right? So, yeah. So there we are. There we have it. That's everything. Everything that we've done. And that's how it turned out. And I hope you followed along with me and made your own journal. I'd love to see it. So if you want to leave a link in the comments, I would love to see what you've done. Or even if you haven't followed along and you want to just show me what you've done, I would love to see that too. I am inspired by everybody's work. So I appreciate you following along in this journey. Hopefully you learned something. I love when you leave comments. Thank you for the likes and the subscriptions. I do appreciate it, and I appreciate you. Have a great day. Bye.